Hi everyone, I'm here to give you an overview of the Hot Topic assignment so you can start working on it soon and be prepared for how you're going to work in groups for this project. Keep in mind that the Hot Topics assignment is completely separate from your panel discussion, so you can choose articles that are similar or completely unrelated to that assignment. To find out more, go to Content on the folio page and then scroll down to Hot Topics. Okay, you'll see two different sections here, one focused on the instructions and then the other on your discussions. So if we start with instructions, okay, if you open our main page, you'll see I give you an overview of how the assignment works, which is focused on you choosing current articles from popular magazines or news venues online and then submitting them for review. From all of the ones that all 48 of you for this particular semester submit, I will choose a handful of them, usually about 5 articles for the whole class to read. Everyone will get a grade for that first assignment, and then everyone will have a set of articles that are posted that everyone reads, and then we'll discuss. Okay, so submitting the articles is part 1, discussing the articles is part 2. Okay. You're going to be using the skills that you've been learning over the past few modules to find good articles, interesting ones that are relevant to this course. Once you get to part 2, each of you is going to be part of a discussion group, okay, that's going to discuss the articles using a Google Doc. Right? So let me show you what both parts of that look like. Okay. All right, so under Hot Topics group discussions, you will have one topic. Okay, each of these topics is divided out by group, so you and a handful of your classmates will have one discussion board that you can view, just like in perusal, where only a subset of the class can view any particular set of comments and a copy of the article. Okay. If you go to that discussion topic, you'll find some extra information just reminding you how the assignment works and how to access the documents. Okay. You'll also have links to the Google documents themselves where you'll be editing and discussing. Here's an example of what that looks like, including where a previous group of students each indicated who they were by making their name and text a particular font and color, your choice of course, and then in the actual document they are using that font and color to type. So this is similar to perusal. We're experimenting with both right now to see which works better for which type of assignment. Okay. Similar to your discussions in Story of Life, though, you're going to need to come in here and add information and go back and forth potentially with discussing with your classmates. If it's helpful to you, you're also welcome to use the comment feature in Google Documents to continue a discussion kind of on the side in something that's not directly part of the answer. As always, be respectful of each other's work. So don't delete or edit someone's work if you're not actively editing something as a group, which is your decision. And be aware that sometimes these topics are deliberately controversial, particularly when you get to the later queries to consider, as I call them, on each article. So, for example, there might be an article about genetic modifications, and then a query to consider might be, all genetic modifications are anti-God, so none of that should ever be done. That might be something that I legitimately put for a query to consider for y'all to discuss. And this needs to be a space where you can actively discuss that respectfully, regardless of your personal views. It's great to express those views, but everyone needs to be aware that you're not here to agree or disagree on the topic, you're just here to discuss with each other. One question that I often get about the hot topics is, what's the right answer? There's not a right answer. The right answer is really just to put forth the effort of discussing this with your classmates and learn from the article. You'll often submit articles on topics that I've never even considered or know very little about. So I learn something when I'm reading through your articles, and you'll learn things from your classmates as well. Remember, everybody in the whole class is reading the same group of articles and having the same discussions, just depending on what people are in their group. One final note here on how this portion of the assignment works, the discussion portion, is that each person needs to facilitate a discussion on one of the articles. So let's say there are 5 articles and 4 people in a particular group. Somebody's going to facilitate the discussion on 2 articles, okay? But that counts as part of your grade. Did you facilitate a discussion? So is your name here as a facilitator in one of the articles? And then is it clear that you are participating in the discussion, much like you would have on perusal? Like I've mentioned, we're using both for this semester for the course just to see which assignments work better in which format. So perusal or Google Docs, and y'all will have a chance to give me input on how those systems work for you overall. Okay, so brief recap. You've got 2 sections in the Hot Topics folder, as it were, on Folio, instructions, okay? And the discussion boards. You may not use the discussion boards very much. It's a way to find and talk to your group, and where you'll find the links. The instructions give you step-by-step where to submit everything, what files to download, how to find an article. Okay? Last note is that if you are struggling at all to find an article, go back to Module 2 and those research skills to help you seek out good quality articles or use the library database to find what you're looking for. Thanks.